So back with another shot at the doghouse with Ike Stephens. We're going to find out what Ike has been up to and what he's going to be doing, if he'll tell us. And we're going to get to know Ike just a little bit more in the next probably 25 to 30 minutes. And hopefully answer some questions that you folks may have. Red Bull, if you're out there, I'm here. If you're out there. So Ike is now in here. So I'm going to go ahead and dial him up. If you guys have any questions for Ike, please post them in the comments. If you guys are watching the recorded version on YouTube, please go ahead and comment on the video any questions that you have for Ike, and he'll respond to them. And if you want to be part of the next live interview that I do, make sure you check the links in the description and come over to Facebook to the Lil Dawg fan page and join in. Sending the invite out to Mr. Stephens. Hopefully he has his smell good on. We don't want anybody smelling that bad here.
What's up?
What's up? What are you doing?
Sitting here looking like this, drinking
That's
me
what
water.
That's what I'm talking about. Is it good water?
Ozarka water out of Texas. So if you're out, actually this is part of Nestle, but they talk about Texas. Hang on, this is made in Texas. Okay, that's what it says. I was like, Connecticut, what the crap? But yes, water. What's up?
So what you been up to, man?
I have been doing nothing for the last day. And y'all see, if you're subscribed to my channel, I will upload a video here sometime next day or so. We're out cooking, eating dinner, and all that bull crap. But not much. Fixing to do something a little different here and whatever. So
I want to get to that later, but you want to give people kind of like a history of what's happened to you in the last, say, 6 months, like from Schneider coming over to Bella Flor? Like, how's that adjustment been?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. If y'all don't know, I was a lease operator over at Schneider. And I don't know. I'm not a business guy as far as the trucking side goes. And I was making pretty good money. It's just the business side was, I'm just not all that great at that. So I just looked for an opportunity on the way out. I mean, I would say I was a year into that lease, and I wanted to get out then, but nothing really presented itself. And then a year later, this did with Bella Flor. And so I'm working with trucking exec and Ron Duncan, Buck Wild Trucking, and Jay Cannell. So
Jay Cannell.
Joe Kendall.
Canal, Candell. I don't know how you say his name properly, but
just say it wrong, and that if you say it wrong, that's the right way. The wrong way is the right way. But
so
yeah,
a lot of people,
I'd rather be a company driver than that. But go ahead.
I've seen on some of your videos that people say that you only got the job over there at Bella Flor because of YouTube, and you've responded to that a few times with saying it's not only because of that, but heck yeah, it helped. How do you think it helped you?
I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If trucking exec and Jake Kennel, I always used to say his name right until I started saying it wrong. Now I can't even say it right because I say it wrong like all the time on purpose. Now I can't say it right. But Jake Kennel, if it wasn't for those guys on YouTube, I wouldn't have known about it. Right. But this line of work, this delivering flowers and stuff that we do, I've done this before there was a YouTubes or a Facebooks or even a MySpace. There wasn't no MySpace back in the day.
Tom wasn't around then, huh?
Who?
Tom from
Tom.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah,
He
he
was a
was the weird looking dude. He looked like a pedophile, to be totally honest. He was sitting there looking like that with his looking over his shoulder guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah, he was in everybody's top 5 or top 8 or
Yeah,
whatever it was on
yeah,
MySpace. Yeah,
yeah. He, if you didn't have any friends or whatever, because you remember MySpace, you could go and um, move your friends around to
yeah.
like who's more important. You better have your wife first, or whatever. And for those people that didn't have any friends, he would be like like the only one, right? So
So how has the flowers been? Has it been what you remember or more difficult?
I'm older, so it's
You're older.
definitely you know this is a physical job. That's the reason why I say that. This is a physical job. So people are like they want to come over here and because they see us on YouTube and stuff like that, and that's the reason why I've kind of put it out there on YouTube, the physical labor side, because it is physical, and a lot of people get scared away because of that. They just want to hold a steering wheel. And yes, over here there is OTR positions and OTR only, but during you know,
I mean, from
and
talking to Scott during flower season, it's all hands on deck, pretty much.
oh gosh, yeah, yeah. I mean, you gotta. I mean, we got so much going out that it takes up all the drivers. I
Yeah,
believe. I
I've
believe there's a.
noticed.
I believe there's like 2 or 3 drivers that stay OTR, and that's all they do. But for the most part, everybody does flowers during the flower season, and I love that
And I
part of it.
and I mean, and I can say too that I talk to you on the phone pretty often. I talk to Ron and Jay Candle and I can tell when when you guys come out from the house talking to you on the phone versus when you've been running for a few days. That it really starts to get to you that physical labor of unloading and
Oh
reloading and all
gosh,
that.
yesterday I was just basically resting my body because the 2 days prior to that, oh man, I killed my freaking body. I mean, I couldn't walk around. I was sunburned and everything. I was freaking dead, but I'm much better now. But
So something some people have noticed, like you've always had, and we've talked about this before, but you've always had the reputation as the bad guy on YouTube. You've been the
yeah,
you're the bad guy for a long time,
I wear the black
and
hat.
yeah, I mean for a while you're the bad guy, and then you decided
Still am.
to. I don't think you're the bad
Y'all
guy.
just
I
join.
think
Y'all just join me. Y'all just join me on the dark side, doing good things.
I
No,
don't
go
think you
ahead.
can say join me on the dark side with a pink goatee. I don't think you can say that anymore.
I rock this. Okay. I
Hey,
rock this. But yeah,
but
but go ahead.
you recently, recently a few months back, you basically left all these Facebook groups and
Uh,
stepped away from that stuff and started on like a new trend, pretty much. I don't want to say, well, I don't really want to say a trend because that kind of sounds like you're kind of trying to get into fitting a mold or something. I don't think you do. I think what you create and what you do is far different than what any of us, what we do. But what basically changed your mind, or what got you into that? Was it um, something to do with just your interaction with people, or what?
no, I mean, I've always been myself and all that, and I'm the same guy. I have the same attitude. I'm the same a-hole that you see everywhere. But um, you know, there's just I think that I just see as Facebook groups have just kind of done its time as far as YouTubers go. Now, there's plenty of successful groups out there with the non YouTubers, running them, and they're successful because you have those people running them. But when you're trying to um, do good things on your YouTube side, but you have a Facebook group on the side, it's almost like those people almost kind of speak for you in a way, and it's kind of unfair um, because a lot of people, I'm not responsible for what other people say. Other people say
Right.
what they want, um, but people lay, people, if someone says something derogatory in your group that you own, or maybe you may not own it, but you're real influential in it, then people associate you with that, and it's unfair because people don't know the backstory. But I see where their point is, and I get away from it because one thing, I got tired of it. Another thing is just, you know, there's, you kind of hold yourself down when you're going to be labeled
Yeah.
into a group of people. And, I know a lot of people may think, oh, well, what about me? Um, people in those groups, they say, well, what about me? Are you talking about it? No, it's not about that. It's like, first and foremost, I don't know most of the people in those Facebook groups. There's a
Hmm.
few of them I do know, but I mean, for the most part, I don't know most of the people, and I got to stick with the things that I know. And number one, it's me, you know, so other people can drag you down. Just that's
Yeah, I think
that's the
I
thing.
definitely think they can. I think the majority of us have stopped running Facebook groups. I think most of the YouTubers did at one point. We all had separate little groups that we were involved in.
Yeah,
Like really involved. Like now all of us are still members of some groups, but we're not running those groups or running those pages. And I think
yeah,
that has helped a lot with. I think it's helped a lot with breaking down some barriers between people, but also allowing people to be more creative. Because I think if you're running a group and that group has a certain way of doing things, you try to stay in that mold, right? But if you're not involved, you open yourself up to more opportunities, I
yeah.
think.
You just as content creators, as YouTubers, as we are, you're kind of holding yourself down when you want to be in a tribe or a gang or something, and that's kind of what the groups that were turned into. It's like, oh, you're a part of this. Well, you can't be a part of this and be a part of us. Well, it's like wearing your tribal colors, and that for us, I mean, for some people that may be great, but for us, for what we're trying to accomplish out here on YouTube and wherever, um, uh, it's better when we're single individuals, and content creators can work on um, ideas. If y'all notice, a couple weeks ago, there was a bunch of Celadon videos that came out, like
Right.
all within like 5 days of each other. Most of those videos, we were all working and conspiring together to make those videos. We just spread it out. Like, so and so's going to
Mm-hmm.
put a video out this day, and then the next day, and then the next day. And it's just collaborating, working together. We're still ourselves. When I did my Celadon video, I didn't watch Will's, I didn't watch Joe's, I didn't watch anyone else's. I just say, okay, I'm gonna do mine, then I'll go watch these other guys. But
Yeah.
but we were talking about it, and it's that kind of collaboration that's going to help us and help get real information out there. It's like when we could talk about our analytics together and see what's working and what's not working, it makes
Yeah.
our videos better instead of
I
just staying to ourselves and blocking everything else out, thinking your way's the only way. And you'll do all right for a while, but eventually we all kind of need to work together because there's so many people out there doing YouTube videos, and if you want to stand out, you've got to work with other people.
Yeah. Well, and so now speaking of YouTube, you've been on YouTube for how many years now?
7 years. 7 years. I
7
started back
years, and
in 2010 on YouTube.
you're over what, 7 million views
Yeah, 7 million, closing in
total?
on 8 million views. Yeah, for
That's
a lifetime.
that's a lot. That's a lot of views. And I'm trying to catch you
That's
in subscribers still, by the way. I mean, subscribers don't
well,
really the number itself, I think, is just an ego booster for us. Realistically, I think that's all that the subscriber count does. But it's great to have people that follow along with you. And you have said it before, and I've repeated it numerous times to different people. Is the fact that we're social influencers, and that people will make uh, life changes, or, life changing decisions off of information that we put out there. So I think what you're saying about us working together is very important because if we all have a consistent message and we're putting out the right kind of stuff, then I think people will be able to make better choices about what they do. You know, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. You know, you've definitely, we have been doing, I mean, I use this, it's not an analogy, it's a true statement, but I use it and I carry it with pride. And because I've been approached so many times, but not just regular people, but retired military, or people that's,
Mm-hmm.
was in the service, and maybe they were in the Middle East, and they're trying to figure out what their career path is after their time is done. And they would sit there and watch our videos, and they'd watch mine specifically on, and they'd watch all of us, but um, they come to us and watch us, and they make their decisions off of what we have, what we're showing, what we say. And you think about that. These guys are putting their lives on the line, you know, and here they are watching you and taking your advice. I mean, I don't
That's
take that
powerful.
lightly. Yeah. And I humble myself because of that, because hey, we like to entertain, we like to, you know, ruffle some feathers and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, it is a very important thing. We are important in the industry. And you know, if you could get us working together, kind of like what we've been doing here as of late, last few months, it's only gonna be better. But I mean, the YouTube, man. A lot of people get off YouTube because they think that it's died off. Well, that's not the case. I mean, you got Facebook is huge, but
Yeah.
YouTube is owned by Google. So if you punch in on Google how to be a truck driver, guess what happens? YouTube comes up, and that's where we come in. Nothing else is going to come up. Twitter's not going to come up. Facebook's not going to come up. Snapchat's not going to come up. Instagram's not going to come up. I mean, you're going to have YouTube, and websites, like Truckers Report or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and so,
Now, like I have, I mean, obviously we came on YouTube at different times, and you've been driving, I think, 10 years longer than I have. You got what, 15 years, something like that?
yeah,
Is where
15,
you're at? Yeah.
yeah.
So you've got 10 plus years on me in there. Now, me, like some of the people that have influenced me on YouTube that I have, a lot of respect for, guys like Tex and Pale Rider, and some of the older school drivers that are on there. Who would you say influenced you the most as far as YouTube goes?
The style, the video style. Journey 95, I always go back to him, because he only did like 20 videos, and he was like, I just loved the 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 whole, putting the music over the road footage. That's something you'll see that I do a lot. A lot of it's the same style of music that he did. I loved the attitude. I loved showing what he was doing. I mean, you click that first one, then you want to see the second one, then you want to see the third one, and because it's just really cool stuff. And then you've got the things that Tex did. Tex would do some of these crazy little backing stuff with his camera angles that he would do, and then obviously you've got him showing the places around Texas that I always liked. Like, well, it used to be called Willie's Place there at Carl's Corner. He'd show that place, and stuff like that. But and I watched some funnier videos like the Bobby Buffet, and then I'd watch, obviously I'd watch any kind of CB stuff, or
Yeah.
truck fails or something like that. I mean, the vlogs. The only vlog I really got into, well, the only vlog that anyone was doing back in the day was Journey 95, but that was only a 20 video series, and that was about it. And there was a lot more production into his videos compared to what a lot of us do. And it was harder to do stuff that, I mean, now you
Oh
do
yeah.
everything on your phone now.
Yeah. Now
But
it's super
anyways,
easy. I mean,
yeah,
I think there's some definite trendsetters still. Like, I mean, Tex is always doing something different, something crazy.
yeah,
Always, and I don't think there's anyone because we've said it before. Tex is like Switzerland. You know, he always stays neutral in everything, and I've got a lot of respect for him, and I love the style of video that he makes. But I think those guys like Tex and you know, Pale Rider and you know even Trucker Steve and everybody offers something different. And I think that's where we come in and we kind of take and copy parts of what they do and add our stuff to it. And it just, I think it makes for really great content. But speaking of that, recently you have posted that something's coming up, that something's happening. I mean, I'm not fully aware of what's going on. I don't think anyone else is really fully aware of what's going on. Except maybe,
they just gotta hang around.
When are you going to tell everybody what's going on?
It'll be this week. It'll be this week. Exactly when, I'm not really for sure. People are gonna be surprised. People, you know, there's a lot of build up to it, and I get it. But people are gonna be surprised when they see it, and some people are gonna be happy about it. Some people are gonna be really hacked off about it. Either way, at least they watch. That's the way I see.
So,
you know, not everybody's. Yeah,
like
go ahead.
you don't have like a schedule for content. You're just constantly uploading, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I don't schedule anything unless there's a sequence of events. Obviously, there's the video that I showed you earlier today. I wanted to put that after us, you know, the certain video just for the surprise or whatever. But there's always a sequence of things sometimes that I maybe have to wait on. But for the most part, I set my mind to one video and I do it. And then it's on to the next one. I don't like say, oh, I've got to do this. I don't got to have these obligations. And I just don't like that. I do it when I want to do it. And if I'm in the video making mood, I'll do it. If I'm not, I don't.
Right.
I don't try to force myself.
So then, are you on any other social media platform? I know you're on Facebook. Like, where can people find you on Facebook? And
yeah,
you know, do you do Instagram, Twitter? You do any of that other stuff?
I'm trying to change my Facebook. I've got 2 Facebook pages that I'm trying to merge. And I'm trying to change the names on, so that's all up in there. If you just search for my name, I think. Don't send me a friend request. I'm going to delete it. But there's some like pages. I've got 2, and I'm trying to merge them into one, and I'm having problems changing the name. But the big one is Trucker Ragtube. But I'm trying to change the name from that to Ike Stephens, because that's got like 33,000 something people on there. And then Instagram is my name and stuff like that. I guess I need to get up into that, because this man right here is trying to get me on do more stuff on Instagram, and I feel like I'm doing a lot, but I guess I'm not doing as much as I need to be doing.
Well, I think Instagram will give people more of a closer look at you and what you're doing, because
a closer
look?
Know,
it's, well, not that close, but it's you know, it's more up to the minute, I guess, versus YouTube. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And a lot of people like that. Now, some people could care less, I guess. I mean, they don't really. But you know, you get, like, you posted that picture of that cab over yesterday, and it's
so hard. I mean, for YouTube, it's easy to get views for me, because I've always got the intention to say, hey, anything I could get you to press play, whether it's to hack people off, or I mean, I troll people. I troll my viewers all the time. People hate me because I'm like, I got them, you know, every time. And I love that part of it. But with Instagram, it's a little different, because it's not like a shock value. And so a lot of the things that I see, like, all the time, you know, it's just like normal stuff. Oh, okay, there's a bunch of trailers right here. Well, a lot of people want to see that. I don't know that people want to see that, because I see that all the time. I'm used to seeing trucks stuff for years and years and years. I've seen truck stuff. It's normal to me, but other people want to see that, I guess. I don't know, but I'm trying to get more into that.
We need to get people over on your Instagram. We need to get them over there.
But what do
and you need
people want to
stay-
see? What do
keep up
people want to
posted.
see? I know we got a live
I'll
chat
tell
in
you.
here, but I know this is
Yeah,
going to
I mean,
YouTube.
I think a lot of people like to see, you know, of course the trucks. You know, people love to see the pictures of the, you know,
yeah,
the long nose Pete's and the big Kenworths and you know, like that cab over that you posted.
yeah.
That's right there by the Bella Floor yard. You know, people
Do
like to
people
see
want
that
to
kind of
see?
stuff.
People want to see Volvos with
I mean, I
magic
think
markers
people,
on them.
I don't know if they want to see it with magic marker on it, but I definitely know that people would be interested in seeing the nurseries. You know, seeing,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people like the how-to things. You know, like how are things made or how are things done. I mean,
Yeah,
at
there's just
least
only so
that's what
much.
interests me. You know.
Yeah, there's only so much I could show people like with what I do, like inside the greenhouses, the loading
Right.
docks, because you know this is a competitive business. The flower side of Bellaflor Nurseries, it's very competitive, and you don't want to give too much away. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, other people. I mean, not right. I don't. I'm not sure how much like our competitors watch our videos, but let's just say that they did. Um, they're going to try to. They would love to get in the greenhouses and see what's growing,
Yeah.
see what they're doing. So that way, they a competitor is going to try to get ahead and say, oh, well, they've got this or they don't have this. So I really, you really have to watch what you film in this. So, I wish I could go in the greenhouses and just film everything because it's very interesting
It
on
is.
how everything.
When
I
I
love.
saw the one in Henderson down there in Texas, and I know the one there in Harrisonville is bigger. But walk around in Henderson and see,
There you go.
you know, from little tiny plant to, you know, what they are when you guys bring them to the store and how they do the whole process. And it was really cool. I think a lot of people would like to see that. And unfortunately, yeah, you can't because, I mean, obviously, you know,
Yeah.
something like that market is really competitive. So,
But kind of one of the things I like to show is what's coming off the trailer, what's fixing to be sold at the store, as I'm pulling them off. I'm into that, man. You may, a lot of people are like, oh, this flowers, it's for sissies or whatever.
yeah.
But, I mean, there's money in it. And there's, and it's something I've always been kind of interested in. Back in the day, we didn't have all the video stuff that we did back in the day. And I wish we did because that when you work at a place like Bellaflor, you kind of have to take ownership in a way to be proud. I'm starting to talk like Supernight. To be proud. To be proud of.
Stop
to be
it.
proud of.
Stop
where
it,
you're
Ike. We're
from.
being nice.
Yeah, we're trying to be nice here. To be proud, see, I almost did it again. To be proud of, something that you have that's coming off your trailer and everything. So you kind of take ownership of it, and that's the kind of guys I like to work for, or work
Yeah.
with. I work for those guys, but to work with guys like Jake now, he takes a lot of pride. Like Buck, Ron Duncan, Buck Wild, he takes a lot of pride in this stuff. But if way I've felt here since pretty much since day one. So, but yeah, I wish I could show everything that goes on up here, and maybe one of these days we can. But
So what can people expect from you in the next short period of time on YouTube as far as what you're doing?
um, I'm
Just more
actively
content?
searching.
Are you gonna stay
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
oh yeah.
vlog
I'll have too
format?
much. Probably not as much. Um, I'll probably do some of that here and there, but maybe like trucker rag jew type of stuff. But I'm definitely looking for Swift trucks. I'm looking for, well, Swift night trucks, prime trucks, and that's what I'm looking for. Whether they're wrecking or not, I just want to film them all, and because everybody wants to know, and I'm wanting to take over YouTube. That's just what I'm wanting to do, and the only way you can do it is just film everybody. I mean, like everybody.
On
So
on a completely different topic,
everybody.
I know we'll probably
I'm
get
just
some hate
joking,
for
by the way.
this. We'll probably get some hate for this, but we're both Dallas Cowboy fans, and
Yes.
so
Yeah. Let me
what do
go
you
ahead and
think
put
we're
on
going
my
to see
colors.
from our boys this year? What do you think we're going to see from our boys this year? You think we're going to see something good from them this year?
We're going to the Super Bowl. That's just what's happening. The Dallas Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to beat the Oakland Raiders. I think Oakland's going to have a good team, and Dallas Cowboys are going to be Super Bowl champions with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and Jason Witten and Des Bryant. That's just what we're doing. And and if you don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl this year, or then you're an indeed lost individual. And I don't want. To be totally honest, I know I've got some friends that are fans of other teams, but I'm just going to ditch them like a bad habit. They're just bad influences. I got to get them out of my life. So,
What about that? What about that
UConn,
fella Ron Duncan? What about that fella Ron Duncan? Who's
he don't
he on
even.
about?
He's like the Texans or somebody. He's just
Thank
like
you very much.
he's trying to pretend like he's a football fan because he's trying to fit in with the guys because men like football. But
Mm-hmm.
so he's kind of pretending a lot of times with him. Yukon Cornelius, he's a big Giants fan. I gotta drop him like a bad habit. He's a bad influence. There's some things about Yukon Cornelius that you know that bug me. And him
Now,
being a New York
what about
Giants
your
fan.
boss though? What about your boss? I mean, I don't know his affiliation with any football team. He's all up on this golf stuff.
I don't even know. Does he even know what football is?
He might not. I don't know. I know he
I
knows
mean,
baseball.
most about baseball. Okay, I know that golfers suck as people. I'll just go ahead and put it up to you out there like
Hey,
that. I mean, I just said it. I may be getting fired like right after this, but
it's
golfers
possible.
suck. I mean, just look at what's his face, Tiger Woods. I mean, he
Yeah,
just got
he got in
arrested
all
for
kinds of trouble.
DUI,
Yeah, he
and
did.
so that tells you the type of people that golfers are. You know, do
Yep.
do you do you hear that out of Dallas Cowboys? No, Dallas Cowboys are squeaky clean, every single last one of them ever.
They've
Okay,
been squeaky clean for years and years and years. I've never heard of
I
any
mean,
Dallas Cowboy
no,
player ever getting in trouble.
don't ever tell me, oh, well, Leon let this. I mean, that's all a conspiracy, man.
Mm.
I don't want to hear anything about that whole, um, druggies and DUIs. Dallas, that's all a conspiracy by a bunch of Redskins fans. That's what that is.
Now let's cut the bullshit here for a minute, because and we use that term a lot, but in all honesty, what has it been like working for Scott?
Um, no, like I was saying, and you'll kind of see this in the next one of the next videos coming up. It's not only Scott. Scott's really cool, to be able to have that direct line, and everybody does. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
me. Everybody all the drivers can call up Scott on his cell phone and just either, talk business or bust balls or whatever. Um, and so everybody likes working for him because of that. Because most owners don't want to have anything to do with you. It's just like, no,
Yeah.
you're just a driver. You're just a peon. No, I mean Scott's the type of guy that wants to have a successful place, and the only way you could do that is you be hands on, but you got to have a certain camaraderie to it, and he understands that. Um, comes with pay, yes. Comes with home time, yes. But it also comes with a place where you want to work. I mean, he goes out of his way to get nice spec trucks for the drivers and not just the cheapest thing he could find. Because trust me, he can. I mean, he could go get a bunch of Cascadias right now,
Yeah.
and he can make a lot of money for the company. I was sitting there saying that last night to one of the drivers. It's like all these, Volvos and everything. I mean, he could save so much money on Freightliners, and get something all bumpy and
Yeah, but he cares
But
about the comfort.
Scott's the guy that is like, you know what? We're going to do this right. So, and that's how it is. The drivers up here, they're awesome. Um, this line of work is awesome. The office personnel, it's great. It's laid back, but it is high intensity at the same time, especially during the busy seasons.
So where can people find out more information about coming to work over there if they want to?
Okay, I'll tell you how to do it. Unsubscribe to Jay Cannell, and subscribe to me. That's how you do it. Then you're automatically hired. No, really, I tell you what, because right now we are so small, we want the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? We just don't want some guy that left this, job because, whatever. We want the best of the best, and if you're not, we don't want you. And I'm not Scott talking, but Scott will say that same exact thing.
I think that comes with any small company, and I've said the same thing, about Traveloco. Like, hey, if you're looking for, just some laid back kickback thing, and you just want to kind of do like a part timer type deal, this isn't the gig for you. And I think Bella Flor is the same way. You want guys that are going to work hard, and you're rewarded for all that hard work. So I mean, and that comes with having a good driving record and good driving history, and
you want drivers, and he wants drivers, and I want drivers that have the big picture in mind. You can't sit there and say it's us versus them. You get drivers like that. I see them all the time. We all see those drivers all the time that have the us versus them mentality, and they never look at it as a team. This is a team, or even almost more like of a family, because, and that's what we want up here. We don't want the whole, it's us versus them guys. The company's out to get us. They're screwing us this. No. You got to have the big picture, and you got to be able to get along with people, and that's what we want up here, And I feel like I could speak for Scott by saying that.
And I think the website's what, BellaFloorNurseries.com.
Yeah.
And then in a couple of is it in your video or Scott's video? It's is it transportation or transport department or something at Bella Flor Nurseries where you want people to send
a contact. I don't know. You don't have to have a resume. Most truckers don't. I don't have a resume, but the best thing to do is really, I tell you, this is such a different age, because before you would just, even just a couple of years ago, you just go to this website and fill out an application. Yeah. Really, what we want to do is have a conversation with you before you even put in an application.
Right.
That's how I feel. That's how Scott is. I mean, me and Scott had few conversations before I put in an application.
Yeah, that's that small company thing. Seeing if you fit in with everybody else, pretty much.
Yeah. So have a conversation. So, okay. Well, yeah, you kind of help. Let's get this started. So when you have the owner so interactive on YouTube like that, you go to his channel, go to mine, go to Jay Cannell's, go to Ron's, and just watch what we do and everything. And then when we go on live feeds, just kind of ask questions and whatever. And I wish I knew the exact email address where I just spit it out, but I don't. If you just wanted to say, hey,
I'll find it. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll find it and I'll put or you can put your email address out there.
Just right there. Just right there. Just like right there. Just as you're editing this and put it on YouTube, just put it right there underneath there. See how it is right there? So do that. See? Even though we're talking
what if I want to put it over here?
Well, you could over there see it goes away, so you can't really do all that. So you gotta go back over here.
Well,
Are you
I'll
on?
get it over there.
What you see on your end? Are you on the left side or the right side?
I'm on the left side.
Okay, that's where I am. So you're like over here.
Well, yeah, and you're over there.
Okay. See, just like that, just like that. Ah! But anyways, yeah.
So,
Transportation at Bellaflor driver or at bellaflor.com. I can't remember exactly what it is, but
I'll
we
find
definitely
it and put it out there. It'll either be on screen or in the description. But
we definitely want to have conversations. You know, whether it
yeah,
be on Facebook, email, phone calls. I prefer
there you
no
go.
phone
Ron
calls.
Duncan just put it in the comment. Trans department
There we go.
at
Yeah,
bellaflornurseries.com.
I
So
knew
make sure you
something
guys
like that.
check that out. Anything else you want to put out there? Any shout outs or anything? We'll get out of here.
Shout out to Swift Transportation for helping my channel stay alive. Shout out to all the bonehead truckers out there. I'm looking for you because I'm hoping to get some good videos next few weeks here. Shout out to let's see, who else should I thank? Well, I haven't seen lot lizards anytime or for a while, so I can't really do any shout outs to them. But shout out to all the people who've watched me over the years, though, that, either you're new or old, especially the old ones that put up with me for so long. So, but shout out to those people on the reels, on the reels.
Well, I definitely appreciate the time. I like the pink goatee. I think a lot of people like it.
Shout out
Stands
to
out, that's for dang sure.
shout out to truckersfinalmile.org. And
Yeah,
shout
for
out
sure.
to all the charities trying to help out drivers, not just them, but St. Christopher's, Truckers Against Trafficking. Who else am I missing that I'm on top of my head? Those are the top three that are on top of my head. But shout out to all those people that are trying to help out not only our industry but humanity with the when we're talking about Truckers Against Trafficking. So, yes.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm sure I'll talk to you later on today.
Hasta luego. All right. See y'all later.
Hasta luego, man. So, huge thanks to Ike for joining me for a little while and answering some questions. I definitely appreciate it. If you guys are watching this on the recorded version on YouTube or here on Facebook, leave your comments. And if you got any questions for myself or Ike, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to join me. Make sure you check Ike out on Instagram. I'll put all of his links in the description on YouTube. And, make sure you hit that subscribe button and everything. Take care, guys. I will talk to all of you later. And shiny side up, always.